been able to do to put Africans in one group. So I congratulate you for that, and I will thank you for forming that group as We for Africa, and I really appreciate it, and I'm very happy to be on your platform today as my African platform. I see every African platform who stand for freedom as my own platform, and I also see them as my fellow brothers and sisters. And I so appreciate to be here, my brother. Thank you so much, and I will thank all of your followers, and I will tell them that we are here and we are together always.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. You watching us, we will take it live. You know, it's been so while you've been just seeing the videos of Pandi without seeing him live speaking, right? So this is time now. We bring you here, Pandi live and direct. So let's start with the questions. Pandi we can start with number one questions as we take you to the interview.
Yeah.
And the first question says that the revolution in Africa taking place, and it is the talk of our time, right? Yeah. So okay, talk of our time. What is your takes to all Africans to support the revolution?
Yeah, thank you so much for that questions. You know, all your questions that you have been writing to me, they are beautiful questions, and they are questions I think may help, and I would love to give my own ideas, not to fool any African out there, but to give the ideas that I know about the revolutions happening in Africa right now. You know, as we stand, African revolutions have already begun, and we are so proud of the peoples who have been helped, either the military unit that have been helping the African revolution to stand, and we are never going back, and we are still moving. An African revolution today, the Western peoples may tell Africans this kind of revolution is a crime or is against the democracy or democratic leaders. That Africans should believe that this is a big development in Africa, and this is something that is going to let Africans to free themselves from the mental slavery or from their colonial masters. And I believe in this, that this revolution that is happening like military coup happening in all West African countries, I'm so proud of it, and I'm so in support of it. Any country that make a military coup. No EU term for elections in Africa. We need to stop that, because that is something that is affecting African countries from going forward. And no EU intervening in African elections is something also that we need to stop the Westerners from intervening in African elections. And the only thing to stop that is this military coup that is happening, because today, as we all see, in Niger election, the EU cannot represent themselves because they are not accepted. In today, they cannot represent themselves in Mali election, any election in Mali, because they are not accepted. So this is burning them. If we Africans can really think personally and take an example from ourselves. You know, as you and me, brother, today we are here, and you always came to my country, you always intervene in my country problems. Then if I stop you, you said you want to help me, and I said, no, I don't need your help anymore, brother, stay in your country. And now if you are angry, why will you be angry if I tell you I don't need your help? Why will you be angry? Why will you be forcing yourself on me? If I am not feeling, if you are not getting something from my place. So this is it. This is how Africa is to the West, because I live in the West and I know what West is doing to Africa. And I swear to God, my brother, we are the one feeding these peoples. I live among them. Without we, they can't move. This is what I tell Africans. Mostly when Africans tell me, Pandi, you are fighting for Africa, but you are living in the among your enemies. I said, you don't understand. If you don't live among your enemies, you can't know what they plan against you. Sometimes you have to be among your enemies to know who they are and to know what they plan and to know their strategy, because they always go to Africa and live among Africans. They know Africans are their enemies, but they go to Africa and live among us to know what we plan, to know how to weak us. So we must also come in among them to know how their weakened point. We must know their weakened point. So the weakened point of the West is when we stop conniving with them, when we stop business partnership with them, when we stop them from intervening or participating in our elections, in our in any of our foreign affairs. We need to stop them, because as for Africa today, the recent